Hi guys, Wade Baskin here, Doctor of Physical Therapy, and today we are talking about rotator cuff problems. When do you know you have to get surgery? When should you get surgery? You know you have a rotator cuff tear, and now the question is, do you have to get surgery or not? The short question is, just because you have a rotator cuff tear, that does not mean you have to have surgery, okay? In fact, most of our rotator cuff tears that we see through our clinic do not get surgery. Why is that? Because you are able to return, if we can get you to heal to a certain point where you can use your arm effectively for all of your activities of daily living and without pain, if you can sleep and function and do everything without pain, well then why get surgery, right? A lot of the population right now is walking around with a full thickness rotator cuff tear, depending on the studies you read, anywhere between 14 and 30 some odd percent. And they are asymptomatic. That means they don't hurt and they're functioning fine. They work, they play, they do everything they need. Now, if you need surgery, here are some signs and symptoms that will indicate that. First of all, you should be seeing a qualified physical therapist, someone who deals with rotator cuff issues consistently and has a good success rate. But if you need surgery, typically the signs and symptoms have to do with the inability to raise your arm above. Oh, and by the way, I'm waiting on my daughter to get out of piano lessons, and that's why I'm answering these questions here that we get on Facebook and by email. So I wanted to go ahead and do that now while I'm waiting on her. And okay, so some of the signs and symptoms that could indicate that you need surgery because of a rotator cuff tear: if you cannot raise your arm above your shoulder, if you have consistent pain with it, if you're not able to do things such as sweep, mop, vacuum, perform your job duties, raise your arm and sustain work overhead, take care of dry your hair, do your hair if you're a female, fasten your bra behind your back, things like that. If you add them all up and your functioning in life is subpar, if you're not pleased, if you're miserable, okay, chances are you may be leaning towards surgery if you've already had therapy or if you're having therapy and it's not working. Therapy in many cases can help you return to normal function without pain. We can get rid of the inflammation and help repair it to a certain extent. In a full thickness tear and some partial tears, we don't get it to heal all the way, but we get it to function well where you don't have pain. Okay, physical therapists cannot take the rotator cuff and put it back together. That's surgery. And if it needs to be put back together, your signs and symptoms will tell you that, because you won't be able to function properly and therapy won't work. But you should always try therapy first, okay? And many times that's what your orthopedist will do. Between your orthopedist and your physical therapist, this condition can be resolved. A rotator cuff tear can be taken care of. The question is, do you need surgery? Not necessarily. If you can raise your arm above your head, you don't have pain, and you're able to sleep and function and do your activities of daily living, your work-related activities, just because you have a tear does not mean you have to have surgery. Your signs and symptoms tell you that. Okay, so that's my big tip for the day about rotator cuff and whether you need surgery or not. Be sure you can, many times, like in our clinic, you can call your therapist and see if they'll do a free screen, because there's 3 easy tests you can do to find out if you have a rotator cuff tear. Okay, and there's a link below where you can go do that, and you can also, and it's also at testmyshoulder.com. testmyshoulder.com. Go there, some self-tests to find out if you have a rotator cuff tear. And then always, please send me an email, hit us up on Facebook, ask questions so we can help you feel better, move better, and heal faster. Okay, this is Wade Baskin, Doctor of Physical Therapy from GT Physical Therapy in Louisville, Mississippi, and I look forward to helping you out. Okay, take care.